Narendra Modi's tradition to go and do tapasya as campaigning comes to an end. It was Kedarnath in 2019. Before that, he had also gone ahead and done tapasya in 2014. But at that time, this whole rivaj had not started because he was not Prime Minister. Kedarnath, it was the same ritual. This time around, he is going to Kanyakumari. So north the last time around, down south, and that too at the Vivekananda Memorial. Now, this time around, he is going to continue this tradition. He will visit there. He'll reach there on 30th evening, and then 31st until 1st, he will be there in meditation at the Vivekananda Rock Memorial. Now, he was in Kolkata. The Prime Minister, in his first roadshow in the city, paid homage to Swami Vivekananda, ended his election yatra in the state at the Ramakrishna Mission with a tribute and trying to seek blessings from Swami Vivekananda. And then Prime Minister will go to Kanyakumari to meditate at the Swami Vivekananda Rock Memorial. So, is there a connection, and is there going to be a spillover effect of this spiritual quest? That's the big question. But who's the inspiration? Narendra Modi, and the person who espoused Bharat's Hindu roots, its values in the 1900s. And of course, someone who has deep-rooted connection both in Kolkata and in Kashi and across the country. But this event has also, this entire attempt of the Prime Minister has also irked the opposition. From the RJD to the Congress to the DMK to the Trinamool, everyone has said that the Prime Minister should go there without cameras, as no PR stunts are required in faith. If it's a purely yogic quest, spiritual quest, why carry the cameras with you? And it's a tapasya is actually an election gimmick. And they've appealed to the Election Commission to not allow the Prime Minister's tapasya to be actually telecast. Tuhin Sinha stays on with us. George Kurian is with us. Smita Prakash with us. Tuhin Sinha, how would you respond to the opposition?
Well, the opposition is unable to see India as a civilizational nation. You know, when Prime Minister chooses Pratapgarh for his meditation in 2014, when he chooses Kedarnath in 2019, when he chooses Kanyakumari in 2024, even the choice of venue is rooted in the civilizational ethos of India. But the Congress party, which believes that the history of India started, with the invasions, Islamic invasions, obviously, number one, there is a disconnect over there for the Congress party. Number two, look at the importance of this place. Swami Vivekananda had meditated for 3 days at the same place in 1892, and, post meditation, he came up with a vision for unified Bharat, he came up with a vision of Bharat Mata. Prime Minister Modi has given a vision of Viksit Bharat for the first time. A Prime Minister is talking of a 23-year vision which extends up to 2047 and which will have its impact on history for the next 1,000 years.
But
so if he, at a very crucial time when he is when he's on the cusp of his third term in office.
The last 10 seats in Bengal, there are about 5 or 6 seats where the vote share margin that the BJP lost was around 5%, 5.5%. And this is critically the belt where Swami Vivekananda, the Ramakrishna Mission, and also Ma Sarda Devi, they have critical importance. And then for him to choose the Swami Vivekananda Rock Memorial in Kanyakumari, clearly there is some impact that is expected back in Bengal. And these 10 seats are critical for the BJP too. And the other question is, why take the cameras? If he's going, he's most welcome to go. Why take the cameras?
No, I think, on the contrary, I think it should inspire people to follow the spiritual path. If a Prime Minister is not able to inspire, if a Prime Minister is inspiring people, what is wrong with it? Obviously, those leaders who are not able to inspire or who don't have that spiritual quotient in them will grudge it. But anyway, coming back to the Bengal question, see, in Bengal, TMC was extremely lucky in the last elections in 2019 because, they were down 18-13. They were down, BJP had 18 and they had 13 by the end of the 6th phase. They were lucky to win all the nine seats with smaller margins. But they won't be lucky this time because in Bengal, the wave is clearly in favor of BJP. So I don't think, the last 9 seats have anything to do. And like I mentioned, the Prime Minister's
Bardhaman,
quest,
Purba, Srirampur, Arambagh, these are all seats where the margins were very...
2019 and 2024.
Now, Smita Prakash, why take the cameras is a question. Camera ke liye kiya ja raha hai. There is no spiritual quest here.
Look, Anand, I mean, whether it's a spiritual quest or not, meditating at that at the Rock Memorial is something leaders of the country have done before. As everyone knows, and as Tuhin just pointed out, Vivekananda meditated here now. It isn't a religious center in that traditional sense. It's a nationalistic exercise which the Prime Minister is doing, or which he's replicating probably in his own mind. Now, at that place, whether it is Mahatma Gandhi or Nehru or Rajaji or Indira Gandhi, they have all been influenced by Swami Vivekananda. And meditating, whether in solitary, as you saying, why take the camera, whether in a solitary position, whether with family or in groups, or with camera, without camera, with CCTV, with silence, there are no rules in this country. There are no traditions which tell you कि ऐसे करना है, ऐसे नहीं करना है. There are no watertight compartments, and not just for Hindus. It is for Christians, Buddhists, Jains. They all meditate. You've been to Sadhguru's ashram. People of all religions come there and meditate. They do it in solitary. They do it as chants. They do it as in silence. Whichever way you want to go, and the Prime Minister is not going to Ayodhya or Tirupati, and even that wouldn't be against the EC rules, by the way, if he goes there and there are cameras. Just remember, the media has followed politicians after every election. We followed politicians who, after campaigning on the last day, they probably go to a PVR, catch a movie. Some of them are sitting in restaurants having chole bhature with their family. It depends on Mr. Modi. He doesn't have family. He wants to go and meditate. He can go and do anywhere. He can, that he went to Ram Mandir, and before Ram Mandir, he went to many temples in Tamil Nadu. His connect with Tamil Nadu is deep. And it's not just before Ram Mandir or before elections. He even took Xi Jinping to Tamil Nadu, if you remember. So there is a connection that he has with the state, and he will not, Anand, see or accept anybody saying that this is a no-go zone for you to come into our state.
Nothing is a no-go zone for the Prime Minister. And if the Prime Minister is going somewhere, everybody would want to know, because everybody else then makes a beeline to that destination, and the economy around that entire area transforms when the Prime Minister goes. Who knew about Kibitu and Arunachal before the Home Minister and the Prime Minister went there and talked about it? Yes, George Kurian, where is the issue?
Well, Anand, it's a very good habit to meditate once in a while, and to realize, who you are, what your purpose in life is all about. But changing locations, I really don't think, it will help the Prime Minister, because we have seen in the past, in 2019, how Kedarnath, he really didn't get enlightened or carry forward any vision for the larger interest of the nation. Having said that, it's important to, the larger point is, how spiritually or mentally or be it physically you're getting strength from the meditation is important. Having said that, I strongly believe that the Congress party will ensure that the Prime Minister will give him enough time to meditate all his life going forward, 4th of June. And coming to Tuhin Sinha, he spoke about inspiration in midst of the election is not a good thing. Let me remind him that it's a silent period. The model code of conduct is in place. The Congress party will ensure it will take up the issue to the Election Commission and ensure it has the constitutional right to raise its objection, and we will do that. In the
is Kanyakumari going to polls in this phase?
Whether the Kanyakumari
is there any restriction? Is there any restriction?
The seventh phase of election is still due. 1st of June is the election. I am sure that the media will be showing Prime Minister's meditation 24/7. So we don't want that to happen.
The Prime Minister, even when he was in Kedarnath, he was not shown 24/7. It was just about an hour and a half or 2 hours that the Prime Minister was there. Thereafter, there were no cameras. The Prime Minister himself did not allow any more cameras except for the time when he arrived there, and there were some pictures that came. Now those pictures are still there, and everybody still remembers them, and the traffic to Kedarnath increased multifold. That is also something which is on record. But Tuhin Sinha, camera mukt jayenge kya Pradhan Mantri? And they are saying that he is going to use this to campaign, and there will be enough and more time after the 4th of June for the Prime Minister to meditate. That's what they are. That's what George Kurian is saying.
I don't know how meditation can help a campaign. That is something only the Congress party can answer. But like I mentioned at the start, the Congress has a fundamental problem with our civilizational ethos. I am asking you today, has Rahul Gandhi participated even once in the International Yoga Day, which is one of India's biggest gifts to the world in recent years? Why? Because they,
In our
they have a
priority is
fundamental
the
problem
rising
with
inflation,
Indianness.
the
They have
growing
a fundamental
unemployment in this
problem with
country. That is our
Bharatiya
priority.
practices. Meditation and meditating at Kanyakumari is something which every Indian should welcome, because it is reminiscent of the great Swami Vivekanand. And if Prime Minister has set a target for the next 23 years, if he derives energy, if he derives a vision over there, I think only the Congress, which is bent upon the tukre idea, can have a problem with it. Nobody else can have a problem with such a noble thing. And it's a personal choice at the end of the day. How can Election Commission, step in any which way?
Well, whose tapasya, whose dharma and whose karma pay efforts or, are rewarded, we'll have to wait and watch. It'll all be decided on the final phase, and of course, we will know the exit polls here and results on the 4th of June. Thank you very much to the lady and the gentleman for joining us. We're going to wind up on that note, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. Short break. Brass Tacks follows.